So here's my retro review of Poltergeist 2015. This is a remake of the 1982 film of the same name. Does this one live up to the original and capture the feel and the scariness? Or is it something else entirely? Let's find out. Well, it's Aaron Fischer here again with a brand new movie review. Today I went and saw Poltergeist, and I felt like I wanted to get this movie review out there as quickly as possible. I believe there's probably a bunch of people out there who are very curious about this film. And I gotta be honest, I was very disappointed with the studio in their handling of this film prior to its release. I never once, in all the times that I go see films, sometimes 3 times a week, did I ever see a Poltergeist trailer at the theater. Because I'm on so many movie sites every day, I did get a chance to see several trailers. Had I not been on those sites in the last year, I would have never even known that this movie was coming out. Very disappointed with the studio. But like a lot of people out there, I grew up with this film in the 80s, and I love the original. It still gives me the creeps to this day. Very well done film, and I was very curious to how this new one was going to turn out. The only notable person in this film as far as an actor goes is going to be Sam Rockwell, who is very well known. He's done many films, very much a character actor. And so is everybody else in the film. I have never seen the little girl in the film. I don't think she plays Carol Ann. They have different names in this film. But she would be the similar part from the original. They did have an older sister, and there was also a middle brother. So they had the same age range as the kids in the original did. Completely different story, though. Same setup and everything, and I was curious as to how this was going to be executed. In the end, I'm just gonna give the rating out there up front. I give this movie 4 stars. I really enjoyed the film, but I didn't love it. There is nothing in this film that you would dislike. It is actually a very serious film, and it's done very well. In fact, there are some very good moments in the film. But there were a few things missing that the original had that this just simply does not. One would be the personal feel of the original. They took time to build up the story. They don't spend any time building up the story in this one. You're just thrown right into it, right from the get-go. It did the film a little bit of disservice like that. I think these filmmakers feel like they need to cater to the audiences today and get things rolling. That's missing from films today, and it's pretty unfortunate. Aside from that, the only other thing I didn't care for was the music. The music was completely forgettable. The original had music that was very compelling. I could still hear the themes from the beginning when the guy's riding to the Freeling's house, carrying beer, riding on the BMX bike. I can hear that music in my head. There are no themes in this film that anybody is ever going to remember, and I think it did a disservice. It took a lot of the feel away from the movie, which is unfortunate. Other than that, there's nothing to complain about. The special effects were spot on. The acting was pretty good. There were a few areas. There was one time in the film where I just would not have done what one of the actors did in real life. Aside from that, I was pretty impressed with the movie. It was a very good companion to the original, didn't mar its name in any way, and I do recommend it. I think people will enjoy this if they go see it, and I just don't think a lot of people know about it. So if you didn't know about it, know that Poltergeist has been remade, and it's out there. It does not live up to the original. It could have had more feeling to it, and it could have been a little more emotional. The original had that. This one does not. I'd give the original 5 stars. I give this one 4. Very well worth your time. I have been very disappointed with movies so far this year, and the only film I've walked out of this year being completely wowed was by Mad Max, which completely blew me away. This film, though, very happy with it, very satisfied. I have not been satisfied of late, and this one definitely hits the mark. So if you're interested, I do recommend it. Thanks for watching. I really appreciate it. Down below, you can hit the subscribe button and also the notification bell. That way you will be notified anytime I have new videos go up. I really do appreciate the support.